is an epic poem. It attempts to examine the human condition in a variety of perspectives. The three main dimensions are the way science now shows us the world, nature, of which we are a part, although we tend to forget it, and politics, what we have made of these possibilities that reality offers us. And the poem journeys, the situation is the poet is sitting, writing in Canada. The natural landscape that dominates each section, there are now 6 of them, is Canadian, is in fact Eastern Ontario, where I wrote most of the poem. And then the mind takes journeys into other worlds, appropriately to Canada. All parts of this, a section about the Middle East, there's a section about Japan, and the one that we are going to read on the 23rd of January is about Africa. Why should that be the case? Well, there are various reasons that I think are too complicated to explain how I came to go from one country to the other. But let me say basically that there were to be 12 sections, each 1 month of the year, and I took political events of that year and connected them to the country where they took place, like the Hiroshima bomb relates naturally to the August bombing of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and that for me is an opportunity to examine physics, microphysics, quantum theory. It becomes part of the poem because it's part of atomic physics, and that is related to Japan. It's complicated. Africa came about largely because at some point I needed to look into the emergence of man from nature, because we are part of nature, but we are a very strange part of nature, because we are perhaps the only creature that is changing the world contrary to the laws of nature, or at least contrary to the laws of nature on this planet. What the cosmic laws are, that's another story. Again, it's what the poem explores. So that's really the ambition of the poem, is to try and find the place that humanity has reached in its evolutionary process. I think we have reached a very important point. It may be a tipping point. Some people think it's the end of the world. I don't believe in the end of the world. The end of the world comes in approximately 15 billion years, when the sun will swallow up the earth. That will be the end of the world. Till then, there's lots that's going to happen. At any rate, so because I'm looking for a viable road into the future, and that's what this poem is really after, examining where we are and where we might creatively, positively go. Because at the moment there are a growing number of voices that say we have walked ourselves into a cul-de-sac. How you want to talk about it? Climate change, the oceans will rise, all the cities will be underwater, and so forth. We know these scenarios, and some of them may come to pass. But I'm looking for a road that will transcend these disasters and give us a future.